So I'd like to start with a moment of gratitude for all my teachers, formal and informal, especially those in this room. I'll start with Troy Langston as my inspiring leader, my wife Heather, who I don't thank enough, but she connects me to this world and brings meaning to my life. To Fort Worth ISD's community and strategic partners, Devon Energy. There's just an amount, like so many people in this room that I know and respect and just truly appreciate. And I truly feel it's on their shoulders that I'm able to do what I can do and help students. So, my solution to the global climate issue. It's true we have an issue with increasing atmospheric temperatures, but the crisis I'm referring to is the climate of intolerance and inability to connect with those from different backgrounds, from different ideals. And the solution begins with vulnerability and openness to solve this issue. The first time that I experienced this in teaching was with a brilliant student. His name is Marcus. He'd done extremely well in my physics class. He was doing really well in my AP Environmental Science class. He was on to do just great things. But one morning, I saw Marcus kicking at the feet of a young freshman, kind of pushing him, degrading him, talking about his masculinity and all the things that students are well-versed to do, apparently. And so I pull Marcus into my room and sit him down, and I think, okay, I'm gonna help this lost soul, and I'm gonna connect him to my world and reality and really just, set him straight. But before I could begin, Marcus explained that was his cousin Will, and I thought, that's not much better. And so he continued, though. He said, Mr. Kurima, you don't understand, Mr. K. It's this sort of world that he exists in that I didn't understand, that he had to harden his young cousin up so that he could hear these things and not have any effect on him. So when he was walking home or he was somewhere where maybe he shouldn't be, that he would be able to keep his cool and be able to make the smart decision. And I thought, I'd never heard that before. I'd never truly connected to that young man's world to really understand it with my heart, what was going on. And so first I told him it wasn't something that was appropriate for school and sent him on his way. But for me, it really did open up my eyes. And I realized that I had listened to students, but I hadn't actually listened to students. I hadn't felt their world. I'd always expected them to come to our world, to connect to my world, connect to reality, connect to this. But I never really sent it back and forth. I never made that two-way highway until then. Since that experience, I really work hard to listen to my students and to dig a little deeper into that story, into what's going on with that student. As educators, we help our students connect to our content, of course, but maybe even more importantly, to their peers, to their friends, to their enemies, to their teachers, to the principal, to the school, to our community, to the world. And it begins by being an example of how to connect. And so with that, by opening ourselves up to this possibility, it is these connections that ground us in this world, that bring meaning and bring purpose. And I think that's lost right now in a lot of the places in the world. And so this is how I hope that we solve the global climate crisis. Thank you very much.